Hello children, today I will complete the second part of Act 2, Scene 9. In the first part we read that the Prince of Aragon has come and he agrees to abide by the three conditions related to the choosing of the caskets, and now he is ready to choose. Before choosing the caskets, he goes in front of each and reads the inscriptions on them. And after reading the inscription on the silver casket, he feels that he deserves to have Portia. So he takes the key and opens the silver casket. Now further. Portia, too long a pause for that which you find there. Now here, while the Prince of Aragon was opening the casket, he waited a little bit. After opening it, he paused a little bit. So Portia says that he pauses too long for someone who has found good fortune. He should be excited. He should be ready to tell what was in the casket. Aragon, what's here? The portrait of a blinking idiot presenting me a schedule. Now, Aragon is quite shocked to find what was inside the casket, and he says that what's here? And what was there? The portrait of a blinking idiot, that is a fool with goggling eyes, and presenting him a schedule, that is a scroll of paper. I will read it. How much unlike art thou to Portia? So he decides to read what was written on the scroll, and then looking at the blinking idiot, he says that he was much unlike, that is, he was quite different from the real Portia. How much unlike my hopes and my deservings, and also how much different from what he hoped and what he deserved. He had never expected to find a blinking idiot inside the casket. Who chooseth me shall have as much as he deserves. He repeats the inscription on the silver casket, and then he says, did I deserve no more than a fool's head? Is that my prize? Are my deserts no better? And then he asks himself that was this fool's head that he deserved? Is that his prize? And does he not deserve something better than that blinking idiot? Portia, to offend and judge are distinct offices and of opposed natures. So then Portia says that to commit an offense and then pass judgment on that offense are quite different actions. And in their nature, they are opposed to each other. Aragon, what is here? And then he reads what was written on the scroll. The fire 7 times tried this. Now here he reads and says that tried this, that is the metal silver is tried, that is it is tested 7 times in fire. 7 times tried that judgment is that did never choose amiss. And then he says, just as silver is tested 7 times in fire, in the same way, a judgment also that is tested 7 times will never go wrong. It will always be right. Some there be that shadows kiss, such have but a shadow's bliss. And then he says that some there, that is there are some people who shadows kiss, that is who chase, who run after shadows. Such have but a shadow's bliss, and such people only have a shadow's bliss, that is an illusion of happiness. There be fools alive, I was silvered over, and so was this. And he says that there are fools alive, that is he knew that there were some certain foolish people who were alive, who were silvered over, that is who had silvery hair of old age, that is they were old people but still they were foolish. And so was this. That is, in the same way, this casket was also, just as these old men are disguised as they are fools, but they are disguised as if to be experienced because of their white hair. In the same way, this casket also was disguised with a silver covering, just to fool someone. I will never be your head, so be gone, you are sped. I will ever be your head. Here he says that it was written on the scroll that the fool's head will always be his head. That is, he has chosen foolishly, so he is also a fool. So be gone, you are sped. So go away, you are sped. That is, your chance is over. Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. And then the Prince of Aragon says to himself that still more fool, that is, he will appear to be a bigger fool if he linger, that is, if he stays there for a longer time. With one fool's head I came to woo, but I go away with two. And here he says that he came with one fool's head, that is his own foolish head, to woo Portia. But now he is going away with two, that is his own foolish head and also the fool's head, that is the blinking idiot's head. Sweet adieu. Then he says goodbye to sweet Portia. I'll keep my oath, patiently to bear my wrath. And then he also promises that he will keep his oath, that is, he will abide by the conditions. He will not go out and tell anyone which casket he has chosen. And patiently to bear my wrath. And patiently he will bear my wrath means he will suffer his misfortune. He will accept his misfortune. Exit with his train, and he goes away with his attendants. Portia. Thus had the candle singed the moth. Now after the Prince of Aragon has gone, Portia says that thus the candle has singed, that is burned the moth. She gives the example of a moth that is attracted by a burning candle. But when it goes very near the candle, very close to the burning candle, that same candle burns it. In the same way, she means to say that the Prince of Aragon also was attracted by the silver casket. He was attracted by the inscription written on the silver casket. But when he chooses it, he has to meet with failure. Oh, these deliberate fools, when they do choose, they have the wisdom by their wit to lose. And then she calls such people deliberate fools. Because according to her, when they do choose, they have the wisdom by their wit to lose. That is, they have the wisdom of their knowledge which makes them lose. That is, they use their excess knowledge because of which they have to meet failure. Nerissa. The ancient saying is no hearsay, hanging and wiving goes by destiny. The Nerissa says that there is an old saying which never goes hearsay, that is, which never goes wrong, that hanging and wiving goes by destiny. That is, somebody who is going to be hanged, or wiving, that is, somebody who is going to be married. Both these things goes by destiny. Both these things take place after it is decided by fate, as it is decided by fate. Portia. Come, draw the curtain, Nerissa. Then Portia tells Nerissa to draw the curtains in front of the caskets. Enter a servant. Servant. Where is my lady? That is, where is Portia? Portia. Here, what would my lord? Then Portia asks the servant, what would? That is, what do you want? Servant. Madam, there is alighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord. So this servant comes and he gives the message that there is alighted that at her gate, at Portia's gate, somebody has got down from his horse, a young Venetian, that is, one that comes before. And this young Venetian has come before, that is, he has been sent before to signify the approaching of his Lord. To signify means to announce the approaching, the arrival of his Lord, of his Master, from whom he bringeth sensible regrets, to wit, besides commends and courteous breath, gifts of rich value. And the servant says that from whom, and that from his master, this young Venetian had brought sensible regrets, that is, sensible greetings, to wit, that is to say, besides commends and courteous breath, that besides commends, that is greetings, and courteous breath, that is courteous messages, he also has brought gifts of rich value, very costly. Apart from greetings and courteous messages, this young Venetian, this messenger, also had brought gifts which were very costly and expensive. Yet I have not seen so likely an ambassador of love. And he says that he has never seen so likely, such a generous ambassador of love. A day in April never came so sweet, to show how costly summer was at hand. And then he says that a day in April never came so sweet. That is, a day in April, that is after the cold season, April is welcomed by everyone. So he says that a day in April never began so pleasantly, to show how costly summer, to show how rich the summer was at hand, to show that summer was coming soon. As this forespurrer comes before his Lord, in the same way, just as April comes to announce the arrival of summer, in the same way this forespurrer, that is, this messenger, also comes before his Lord to announce his arrival. Portia, no more I pray thee, I am half afeard thou wilt say anon he is some kin to thee. So Portia then tells the servant to speak no more. I pray thee. She requests him to speak no more, because I am half afeard. She is half afraid that wilt say anon, that he will very soon say that he is some kin to thee, that is, he is some relative of his, because he was praising him so much. The servant was praising the messenger so much. Thou spendest such high day wit in praising him, because the servant was spending such high day wit, that is holiday humor, in praising him. He was using so many good words to praise him. Come, come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly. Then she tells Nerissa to come quickly, because she longed, she was eager to see quick Cupid's post, that is love's messenger. Post here means love's, Cupid's post means love's messenger, that comes so mannerly, that is coming in, who is coming in such a decent manner. Nerissa, Bassanio, Lord love, if thy will it be. And then Nerissa just hopes that maybe it is Bassanio, Lord love, that is the God of love. If thy will it be, if that is Portia's will also. So she expects the new arrival to be Bassanio, because it was Portia's wish also. Exeunt. So they both leave. So this much we have completed scene 9 also, children. Now in the next video I will do the last scene left of your syllabus, that is Act 3 Scene 1.